I don't know. Well, you are familiar with medical marijuana. I
Yes.
want to know, is it? I know it has healing properties, but I want to know because I'm for it, but I know it's a lot of people that says it's negative. What do you?
It depends on how it is used. The thing in and of itself is not negative. It is a natural extension of your world. It is for the purpose of allowing, as a permission slip, insight into different dimensional planes, different levels of thought, different perspectives. If it is used in a positive way, it will always have a positive result, but it can be used like anything in a negative way, thus resulting in a negative experience. The idea of the particular plant you are referring to as marijuana is actually the first step down translator or ambassador, if you will, from the plant kingdom below the template level reality, the blueprint level reality where you actually design your physical reality. Then stepping that down, you will find that marijuana is of the particular frequency that is the frequency that represents stepping the blueprint down into physical materialization. That's why when people on your planet use that particular substance, they are taken to a place where the reality starts to have a different perspective and starts to melt and flow in a different way. And the sensation of solidity is much weaker because you're seeing yourself, in a sense, and your consciousness much closer to the template level reality, which is not exactly physical. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Does that help you?
Yes.
Remember that all these things are guides and teachers. And when used in a positive way, paradoxically, the idea is, if it is being used as a guide and a teacher, one of the things it teaches you is that once you have experienced that state of being, you're capable of simply replicating that state of energy anytime you wish without necessarily needing the physical substance from that point forward. So, the idea of using it and using it and using it and using it and using it as a crutch is a negative way to use it. The idea that you can't get there without it is a negative way of looking at it or defining it. The idea that it's teaching you how to learn to be in that state yourself without it is the point.
Okay.
And thus then, once you are allowing yourself to vibrate at that energy level on your own, you will actually find you're more capable of communing with that plant telepathically, and it can teach you much more than it can if you actually physically use the substance. Because now you have attained a different level, a more refined level of the vibration, and once you're in communion with the plant on that level, a whole new dimension and a whole new world opens up of information to you. That's why you instinctively say you get high. You actually need to raise your vibration to really get high without using the substance. Once you know what that feels like, once you know what the state of being is, all you have to do is remember any time that you felt that way and you are actually in that state at that moment. Go and talk to the plant and see what happens when you're in that state.
True.
Yes?
I feel high right now. You're right.
All right.
You're right. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bashar. Appreciate it.
Gracie Veterano, old family first, fam. Taught the world to swing that double-edged sword. It works, fam. BJJ from GJJ, like Cool Herc gave birth to what your DJ plays. But despite the lineage, I will never be closed-minded. Refuse to see beyond the lines, you go blind. Rocker travels the 10th planet, I flow free. I'm welcome on mini-mats, gi to no gi. Though my branch traces roots to the original tree. Roots sprouted from the original seed. Water with blood, sweat, and tears, spotlight with sunlight. That tree became a forest, ballet tudo done right. Then Hoist dominated them all in one night. And hate song hasn't been beaten in one fight. Flow with the goal, in a hit on and Holly know that to continue to win, we must continue to grow. Let's go!
The only thing's nice if you have some white women. That's the only thing I can't accept that. In fact, I like the women who have a body like a black girl. You know what I'm talking about. I like curves like Honda Housey, have some curves. E aí, bichão? Pô, caralho. You lucky today, you're on my good side, the high side. And to my left, I have that guy. And you know that guy very well. He have some stay soft fro. Here, that stuff. You use or I don't mention your name. Say, Jaime. Some people call Jaime, some people call Jamie Yager, like the drinks. Yeah, you feed two white women like that one over there.
Yeah, you know.
I know that you like that stuff. You like a white woman have that backside look like Thanksgiving's turkey.
Thank you.
Porra caralho.
Thank
Even
you.
though I know you have a nice smile and every stuff's like that, but a lot of people's confused. They don't know if you black, if you light-skinned American, if you from Jamaican, if you from Haitian, or you come from who God knows where, Dominican Republic. What's that story from that one?
Man, Jamie Yager, a.k.a. the Chosen One from Pasadena, California, baby.
AKA the chosen one. Why, you part Jewish?
This guy Jewish. Nah, man, the Chosen One.
Why, you like one of that chosen's like you one of the black Israelite, like the Haile Selassie.
There you go.
But don't smoke too much that stuff and light some incense. You're gonna be at the Coptic church.
You already know.
Yeah, you're gonna also go to Yager on the river and try to find also some other white women's like that.
Yeah,
I know your style.
Hey, international.
I know the way you do. Por caralho, even though you look Jamaican, even more, some Jamaicans have a lot of job. But por caralho, you don't have no job. What happened? They take from the UFC.
Man, just teaching now. Teaching right here, Tap Out, downtown LA.
They say that if you can't do, then those who can't do, they teach.
Oh, do and teach.
But what happened to you? I heard you went to Bellator.
Yeah, Bellator fights, fight a lot of organizations.
And when you gonna fight your next opponent?
Next couple months.
Who's that guy you're gonna fight?
No opponent right now.
I hope it's not that one. It's Jamie Foxx.
Oh, this guy Jamie Foxx.
Or what's that one? Foxy Brown, Foxy Fallon?
I don't know, man.
What's that one? Said Jimmy Fallon?
I don't know. Jimmy Fallon.
That one
Jamie Foxx.
I look like a light skinned
I don't know.
Puerto Rican, but look like a girl, but have some big dick.
That's what you like?
I don't like that stuff. That's not for
I think
me.
You like
No,
that
that's
stuff.
for you, boy.
Look, hey.
Por caralho.
Hey, you don't gotta lie to kick it. It's okay.
I mean, you sound like you sing some HMB lyrics from the 90s.
You know where Hollywood is?
I know you like that West Hollywood, so don't tell me about that, Jimmy Yager. Even though you put some Stay Soft's from, I know you like your
Oh,
hand.
now you like my foot.
I see that.
So soft.
You want some stuff, you think you Maxwell, you think you Eric Benet, and nobody care about that guys anymore, okay? Por caralho. Even though you got a smile like that, I'm not gonna be like that white girl over there is gonna be fall prey to your charms. Even though you have a 69 on your chest, and everybody know about what that stuff signify. I want you to state what other stuff you got there.
Hey, good stuff.
Porra caralho.
Good stuff.
Look, you okay in my book. I'm gonna take you away from all this stuff. I don't want you to be near Edge Bravo. I don't want you to be next to that white woman until after I've been there. I want you to stay away from that place. Okay? This is my territory. I'm gonna kick out Edge Bravo. And por caralho. Another thing, I don't want you to train without the gi. I want you, if you're gonna train no gi, I want you to train with the gi. That's why I developed one hash guard to hold them all. Like from the Lord of the Rings, that one hang to rule them all. Okay, my brother? So I want you to know where to get that. And that black chest.
Where do I get this?
You get it straight from the horse's mouth. I'm gonna tell you afterwards. We're gonna exchange number and all that stuff. So I want you to give me a big. We don't do. We're not in prison no more. You're gonna give the real thing. Por caralho. Ah, caralho. You're a good guy. You're a good guy. That's how you feel. You're a strong guy. Caralho, my brother. You're a strong guy. Caralho. You have a strong grips. Porra. Porra, caralho.
Okay.
You have some mints there.
Yeah, a lot.
Hold on. I'm gonna take. You're gonna make a wish to that one.
Okay. There it is. There it is.
That's so brother.
Okay.
It's so brother.
Oh, wait, lock it up.
You lock that one.
Lock it. Throw
And
the key.
throw that key. Nobody have to know.
That's it.
And you're gonna keep to that down low. We'll talk about that stuff. Porra, caralho. We're gonna go out there.
No.
We're gonna check. No, to be like friends. We're gonna grab some stuff to drink. And I'm gonna come on. Oh, God, get out there. Get out there and be somebody. You may be black. I may be black. I may have a big afro, have some kinky hair, but I am somebody. You're like that's like Jesse Jackson once said, you know. And also that guy, Harold Washington, was trying to hunt for president. I said, fuck Harold Washington. You could win, man. Jesse. You can win, Jesse.
jumping jacks.
Oh my honour. Telling me there's a promoter looking for you to try and book you up. But for 20th of July. It was a single K1 bout or a formal tournament. I'm going to put it down to you.
All right, so probably the most high percentage sweep in my personal game is the electric chair, and it's changed. The setup has changed over time. I used to do it this way, then I used to do it that way, then other guys started doing this way, and then slowly it evolved into what I'm doing today. And the way I do it today, in my opinion, for me, it works the best. It's by far the best setup. And the beauty of it is, even when it fails, it puts me into the reverse lockdown game with the 5-0 and all that stuff, and I've broken all that down, and that's turning into a whole different dimension as well. How many times has Sean been out here? Once or twice? Three times? So I'm sure he's shown you the 5-0 and stuff that he does from reverse lockdown, right? No? Well, we're going to get into the stuff that I figured out from there, but it started off with Sean doing the 5-0 sweep, and then from there, it's a whole different dimension now to the lockdown. Very important. And it comes off a failed electric chair, which is, in my opinion, the best way to do the electric chair now. I need someone, let's see. Mick, where's Mick at? We use you. How's your leg, okay? So, you guys in the very back, you guys might want to stand up a little bit to see this. But there are several different ways to do the first of all, those that don't know the lockdown game, if you don't know the lockdown, it's a form of half guard. This is traditional half. That's what I've been calling it. I don't know what Brazilians call it, but this is traditional half, which means my outside leg here, my outside leg is on the outside. If my outside leg here hooked and came on the inside, and then I locked the leg down here, then that's the lockdown. So the lockdown is half guard with the outside leg in. All right? This is traditional half. That's not the lockdown. Does that make sense? So if I was on this side, what leg is my outside leg? My right leg or my left leg?
Your right.
That's my outside leg. The other one's on the inside. Then I would go this way, right? So, upside. So the old version of the electric chair came from just powering it over here, and this was a very effective way to complete the electric chair. But the only problem with it, by just digging in, grabbing this leg, and powering over, driving, just muscling your way through it. The problem with that is it gives it away 100%. Because at this point, he knows exactly what I'm trying to do. And if you're doing MMA, if you go right to it, Cain Velasquez, Bigfoot Silva, just remember that. He was right here. And you could do this sweep from traditional half too, which is, in my opinion, not as effective because now you don't have the lockdown and you don't have the power to whip them up or anything. And Cain Velasquez was up here. Bigfoot was right here. He was just getting elbowed in the face maybe 5 times or something. Just opened him up. So in MMA, this setup is too dangerous. Even if you do have the lockdown yet, it's too dangerous. Any kind of hiccup here, you take elbows to the face. So that's not really why I changed it up. I changed it up because it's by committing to that leg and underhooking and gable gripping to it, the guy knows you're committing to it 100%. So if he sprawls 100%, because he knows it's going to take you a while to move around and set something up, it just takes too long to set it up. Although you could power it over, and it did work, and I've always had lots of success with that. But the way I'm doing it now is... What's up, Jizzy Cheesy? Come on. Jay Chow, making the banners. Good shit.
There's a place where we can be. There's a place where we can be. There's a place where we can be. There's a place where we can be.
Welcome back to Latin Nation, and I'm really excited about this next guest. I watch you on the Joe Rogan podcast. I watch you on your podcast, which is called?
Eddie Bravo Radio.
Eddie Bravo Radio is amazing. And people want to ask me, okay, who's this Eddie Bravo that you're going to have on the show? And it's hard to explain who you are, what you do. So let's just start at the beginning. You invented a basically new form of jiu-jitsu called 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. Is that correct?
I'm the founder of 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. Invent is, that's a touchy word.
Well, you invented the rubber guard.
I put it all together, and I invented pieces of it, but also some of my other students added to it. A guy named Nino Chembri in Brazil, he invented the Gogo Plata. That's part of the rubber guard. I'm just the guy that put it all together and named everything.
Tell us a little bit about what it is, and what is the rubber guard? I mean, what is that?
Jiu-jitsu is basically wrestling times 10. The object in wrestling is to grapple with someone and put his shoulders on the mat and pin him there for 3 seconds and you win. Well, jiu-jitsu's sort of like that, but the object isn't to pin the guy's shoulders on the mat. In fact, you could have your shoulders on the mat for an hour and it wouldn't mean anything. The object is to put your opponent, you guys are grappling and wrestling on the ground, no punches, no kicking. You can, and then that would turn into MMA, but it's basically just wrestling, but we're trying to make each other give up. And the way you give up is by tapping out. With chokes, there's a bunch of different scientific chokes. You got to do them perfect. Arm bars, shoulder locks, leg locks. It's basically just a fun game of death.
How did you become this kind of renegade of jiu-jitsu? Like where it's kind of like you versus the traditional world of jiu-jitsu?
I didn't want to be the renegade. It just happened. The Brazilian jiu-jitsu community they kind of threw me out, sort of. And I was always a massive jiu-jitsu fanatic. I loved going to Brazil. I was one of those Americans that was willing to put a Brazilian flag tattooed on my back or something. You know, I was so into it. But, you know, I felt that the problem with jiu-jitsu in MMA was jiu-jitsu, initially the UFC was invented by Rorion Gracie, the son of the Grand Master of Jiu-Jitsu. And it was basically an infomercial to prove how important it was to learn how to fight on the ground. Mm-hmm. And jiu-jitsu traditionally, you train and you learn it in a gi. It's a big kimono, like a big karate uniform. It's called a gi or a kimono. And in the beginning, the first few UFCs, nobody trained on the ground. No one really trained jiu-jitsu. Only a couple guys, couple shoot fighters, couple catch wrestlers. But generally, the jiu-jitsu guys, the Brazilians with the gis, they're the ones that spent all their time on the ground. So as soon as the fight hit the ground, Royce Gracie, the first guy that was in the UFC, just dominated everybody. But what ended up happening is everyone started learning jiu-jitsu, everyone started learning the defense, and then that kimono became a problem. Because if you're training with a jacket and they're grabbing the jacket, they're grabbing the collar, and they're grabbing the sleeve, and you're training that way, and that's how you're setting up your submissions, well, in the cage, no one's wearing a kimono, so now you don't have these handles.
It's all sweaty skin.
Yes, it's also, there's no handles, and the guy's trying to punch you. So I thought that training with the gi was not good if you wanted to fight in the UFC.
And it was like sacrilegious to people. But you're a sacrilegious guy, let's be honest.
Yeah, so I decided when I opened my first school that I'm getting rid of the gi. I love jiu-jitsu so much, and it hurt to see jiu-jitsu go down in the UFC. It just got dominated by wrestlers. Wrestlers are grapplers that are used to controlling grown-ass men without handles. That's why they were winning. They had the best control, the best base.
So listen, we're gonna go to a music video right now, but I wanna bring, now people watching this are, okay, he's a jiu-jitsu guy, he's a musician, he's a jack of all trades, but let's bring it together because we're going to show you a music video that basically brings both worlds together. Can you explain to it before we toss to it?
This song,
I love that.
Rocka from Dilated Peoples, he's a legend in hip hop, and he's also known, he's a brown belt, I think now, in Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. We got together and we decided to make a song about Jiu-Jitsu.
And it's called?
It's called Jiu-Jitsu.
All right, guys, check this out. It's Jiu-Jitsu by Eddie Bravo and Rocka. Yeah. And we're going to be back right after this with more Eddie Bravo.
Oh, the band's called Smoke Serpent.
Smoke Serpent. Jiu-Jitsu, right here on Latin Nation.
Sessions is presented by McDonald's.
We did it, mama. We did it. We did it for the love of the game. We did it, mama. We did it. I did it for. Yes, sir. We did it, mama. We did it. The game will never be the same.
It took took about a year to finally get together. We kept missing each other. Rock is always on the road, promoting an album. He's doing something. So Adisa made it happen. And we got together and he showed up to my studio. I never met him. I didn't know him. He didn't know me. We were just like, hey, we're just jiu-jitsu brothers. We could always come together with jiu-jitsu. And I played him a couple tracks that I had laid out, and he picked the one that we used for jiu-jitsu. I figured he would. That was the best one. The music was amazing. We're here at the Tap Out Gym on the corner of Pico and Grand in downtown LA. You can park across the street over there. See that parking lot right there? Just leave your car there. After 8, you can park on the street. No parking problems here. Enter. Got the weight room here, women's bathroom there. Strongest man in LA right here. Men's bathroom, really nice. Take a quick shot of that. Shower over there. Full size cage. You can have a class in there, it's so big. And the mat's completely wrapped in a cage, which is awesome. There you go. What you waiting for? Attempted an electric chair and it failed. Why did it fail? We couldn't get the leg on our shoulder. That's why it failed. Got to understand what this is all about. Electric chair is all about getting that leg on the shoulder. Just like I was saying earlier with a single leg X game, like Marcelo Garcia's, I would say probably his #1 sweep attempt now. It just seems like it's always a single leg X, like get this leg up. He wants to come underneath here and hit a heel hook here. But he really doesn't want the heel hook. He just wants this heel hook position so that he can get underneath and get this leg right here. Now he knows this is powerful. He's going to get on top. It's just a fake heel hook to get that leg on top. Once you have the leg here in wrestling, bam. You do a single, you can get it, if you can get the leg up here, you're going to get on top, generally. Okay? So, if the electric chair fails, you couldn't get the leg on your shoulder. If it's on your bicep, it's not happening here. I'm here, it's just not happening. He's resisting. It's not happening here. So at this point, I'll let... Powerful producer.
That's like why Richard Pryor was so funny. Like he was around fucked up characters all the time. So his reality was a fun, wild, fun-loving, like partying reality. Whereas Jerry Seinfeld's like, who ever noticed where those socks go? You have 2 socks, now you have 1. You put in 2. Where's that sock? And like he'd be like, I don't give a fuck. You're fucking Jerry Seinfeld. Buy some socks. Are you really complaining about socks and you're Jerry Seinfeld? That doesn't even make any sense. Socks are like $3.
Do Joey Diaz as Jerry Seinfeld. Can you do that?
I'm in the park. There's a guy. He's got a fucking pigeon. I'm like, is this your pigeon? Did you bring a fucking pigeon to the park? It's your own pigeon. Cocksucker. You're bringing sand to the beach. You're bringing a fucking sandwich to a picnic, cocksucker.
Joey doing
Who is that sandwich? Where is it from? If a tree falls in the forest, does anyone have one hand clapping? It's a combination of all sorts of different disciplines.
Man. Joey doing Seinfeld. That's gonna go down in fucking history.
That's like the MMA of comedy right there.
Oh, man.
You lose your sock in the dryer. Listen, you fucking cocksucker. It's a sock. Get over it, bitch. It's a fucking sock. You got 100 Porsches, you fucking Jew bag. Where's your fucking sock? Who gives a shit? You get yourself some fucking flip-flops and you eat some gefilte fish.
You got 100 Porsches.
And you're worried about your sock. This motherfucker.
You know,
he's got $1 billion in his underwear drawer. He's worried about his fucking socks. The fuck out of here.
Oh man, you know how crazy that is that you could talk shit on someone about having 100 Porsches and you're actually talking shit on them? That like hurt. Like if Seinfeld heard that would hurt him. You know?
Who is this guy?
Like, you got 100 Porsches. It's like, oh, so what? It's like 80, bro. It's not 100. I got 80.
This motherfucker.
Don't exaggerate.
This motherfucker.
And a lot of them don't even run right now. They need a tune-up.
Motherfucker's got old Porsches with fucking wood engines. Cocksucker. Worrying about his fucking socks.
Wow. So anyways, damn. I'm telling you, the show is going to be called like Digress 2000 or something like that.
But I digress.
Yeah, dude. It's just always. I'm trying to make a point, but I can never get to it.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. But the point, now that I could remember it, was most people are cool and most people are laughing and they don't give a shit. Because most people are to the point where they're married, they got kids, they're stuck.
Yeah, it's a small
They're
percentage
stuck,
of the people.
and they even talk.
Yeah.
They're so stuck. They're even like, "Who are your fantasy actors?" And I'll have a fantasy actress that I could fuck, and that you know what I
Yeah.
mean. It's like my wife wants to fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. There's guys like that they're so
Done.
They're so done.
They don't give a
They're
fuck.
like, yeah,
You're
my
on
wife
our
wants
list,
to-
bro. You
yeah.
can fuck her if you want.
Yeah, they're like a celebrity.
Hey, man, she don't even let me fuck her, but you can fuck her. I don't even care about fucking her anymore. I'm going to serve for my kids.
You know what I'm talking about?
Dude, I've met 1 million of those guys. I have had at least 20 guys over the course of my career tell me I could fuck their wife. At least 20 guys, man. And it's always the same feeling, man. They're not like all psyched about it, but like, man, you can fuck her.
Is it always that accent?
They just,
No.
you know
Always
what?
down
They
south.
don't
Almost
like it.
always down south. It's almost always Florida.
And
It's fucking Florida, period.
I'm
man.
not surprised.
Hey,
Florida,
man,
that's a
you
weird
can
fucking
fuck her,
place.
man. If you want, you can fuck her.
Yeah, and it's like they're at the point where they don't want you to fuck her. Like if it was up to them, they would only want their wife to only fuck them. But they're to the point where, you know what, it's gonna piss me off, but that's what she wants. I'm gonna stay with her anyways.
The girl's always the same, too.
And I could talk about girls I want to fuck. It's
Yeah.
almost worth it. It was like, I could take that. I could take that. If I could talk about chicks I want to fuck, now let's be real. Let's talk about the celebrities I want to fuck. You talk about celebrities you want to
The
fuck.
problem is you can't fuck any. She can.
Exactly.
If she gets around fucking Steven Tyler, he'll let her suck his dick. He'll be like, damn, I can't believe this girl wants to blow me. Yeah, go for it. They're always the same girl too. They always have big fake tits and too much makeup. Every one of them has big fake tits and too much makeup. And you're like, man, you can fuck her, man. We got a list. You're at the top of her list. You're number 3, right behind Steven Dorff. She loves Steven Dorff. That movie Blade. I don't know what it is, man. She does coke and watches that movie Blade. She wants to fuck Steven Dorff.
Yeah, man.
He was the main bad guy. Do you remember that movie?
He was the main bad guy.
He was the main bad guy, Steven Dorff. He's a little fella though, but she could fuck him. I don't even care. I don't even care. Well, he's number 2.
Oh my.
Number 1's dead. Number 1's Babe Ruth.
What would Joey say? What would Joey say if a guy said he offered his wife to Joey, but he wasn't that into it.
Why would I want to fuck her, cocksucker? You don't even want to fuck her. If you wanted to fuck her, you wouldn't bring her to me. If she had a good monkey, if she had some good pussy, why would you bring her to me? You want it! You fucking asking me if I want to eat your garbage. Put her on the curb, cocksucker. Put her on the fucking curb and move on with your life. Stop bothering me with this shit.
You know what's crazy about that? Me calling out Joey doing whatever is 100% of the time I've ever had an idea about, okay, dude, Joey, this is like nothing new. We've been doing this for like 10 years.
We've been doing it for a decade.
And he there's never a pause. There's never a pause. There's always brilliant material. This is not the first time I said, Joey doing Seinfeld. That's like a formula.
That's a first, but that was a first, though.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah.
But it's always Joey on this. Joey, like
Joey is a lion tamer.
Yeah, do it. Joey is a lion tamer.
Listen, motherfucker, you're a lion. You're in the cage. Deal with that shit. Who's got the fucking lion food? Me. Don't make me crack the whip. I got the fucking whip. I got the chair. That's my job, cocksucker. Your job is to do lion shit. You see that? Look at the fucking audience.
There's no delay. There's no delay.
They're all here to see you, cocksucker. There's a fucking cartoon picture of you on the fucking door. Do your lion shit.
One that we have done before.
One that we open for yourself, Joe. Open for yourself now.
I always thought that we do a Joey cartoon and he does the voice. He does the voice.
God,
a Joey cartoon and he does the voice. Now, how about
Joey would be so mad.
This is one
cut him out, fuck it.
This motherfucker cut me on my own show.
No. Joey does it when he can, and when he can't, you fill in. Now, this is one that we've done before. Joey hosting Fear Factor. Ready? Watch this, just like magic. Go!
You 6 cocksuckers are here from all over the country. Fucking blah, blah, blah. You know the fucking deal by now. The show's 100 episodes on the air. You're bothering me with memorizing bullshit and wasting our fucking time over here. Who's eating horse cock? Yes or no? Who's eating horse cock? And who's going home with the fucking gabagahoos?
See? I'm so confident. I know it's gonna work.
Oh my god!
It's like he's like a Joey channel. Like he channels
you know what?
the spirit of
For
Joey.
folks who listen to this, maybe jiu-jitsu fans who don't even know who Joey Diaz is, if there's a few of you out there, most people I think at this point do. I've been friends with Joey since the 90s, before I even met Eddie, and I realized a long time ago that he was a really special dude.
Why is it that there exists so many goddamn religions?
Bravo Radio. Talk, motherfucker. Whatever. Oh, Eddie Bravo.
Aim for the head, go for the throat. 1 for the money and 2 for the show. Shooting like stars to travel the globe. Zooming your view like a Truman alone. Root of the bone, roof getting blown. All for this motherfucker, bury my soul. Now that you know, take it in stride. Nobody's gonna make it out alive. You're probably like in a wonder, pray to Christ. Take a moment to breathe and heed advice. Weaving these webs of seeds and lies. Attracts every angle, creed and type. I knew that I couldn't believe the hype. I knew I had to see it in a different light. I knew I gotta do whatever I gotta do to make a difference and make it my revenue. Hard times how quiet kept. When it caught in the grind, it's a tidy mess. When it's stretching in time to apply for a check. Eating a chest over civil unrest. Sick of the symptoms, so tired to rest. Proceed with persistence, push to progress. Cease to believe in dreams, might as well be mentally deceased. Might as well just learn to like defeat. You only get one chance to be unique. Every fan that felt the fucking beat. I'll spit my flow to feel you speak. Just let the song that's on the scene. Just let it go until you're free. I'm that rap, balls to the air. Just when you thought we were out of our minds, we're up in the ball and ahead of our time. Like no shining kids. Moving ahead of the pack, refusing to lose, staying on the attack. I'm that rap, balls to the air. Just when you thought we were out of our minds, we're up in the ball and ahead of our time. Like no shining kids. Moving ahead of the pack, refusing to lose, staying on the attack. Like it's 9/11, you could die for this cut, better call the medic. I peep the new shit and it's all pathetic. Rap is whack, rock is dead. 99 problems and they're all in your head. It's time to realize what a real rhyme is. When the spacecraft lands, don't leave a raw bitch with the bogeys running up on your 9-6. Should be here any minute, so I don't wanna spend time sitting with a critic who simply is singing and ever really get it. Every stroke of my pen is an act of independence. It's food for thought, snacks I'm digging. You turn up the track, little fact for your fiction. The band's not a band, and the band is a business. Running through the sand and drowning in well wishes. Come scripted book to bear witness. Best of luck for your pretentious fucks. You already know what you can suck. My work at the bar, raising up. Some of my sentiments are kinda contagious, huh? Take a little swig of my Dixie cup. When all my good ideas have added up, I can't finally admit that enough's enough. Is this really real? Is this really like to share? You the monsters there. Is this really like to temple when the sun is? When the sun hits, when the sun shines through. Is this really real? Is this really like to share? You the monsters there. Is this really like to temple when the sun is? When the sun hits, when the sun shines through. Yeah. So much more to obtain, yes. Money, power, and fame. Aim, I took off the restraint. Now I'm in a mission to change up the game. Now they got condition of thoughts in my brain. Wanna tell me I'm lost and insane? No time to explain. When it came to do it, just say it. Say what I say and I do what I do, player. Move with a purpose, burn a few haters. Flows on the beat and leave with mad flavor. No chase, drink straight up. No stalling, man, the fuck up. No sleep, wake the fuck up. Stakes the way up, raise the fuck up. Spam my meal, chicken and cake the fuck up. When I'm willing and dealing, I got a whole lot of love like, yeah, I wanna arm a dude, I wanna roll a few, I wanna hit the finest. Get behind her, back the bitch up, let me get inside her, stack the chips up. Every day I'm climbing, swag the fuck out. I'm a fitted style and blaze the fuck out. In the club we wildin', I'm a devil in the city where the angels dying out. Is this really real? Is this really like to share? You the monsters there. Is this really like to the globe makes it hard for me to stay in touch. I'm on the run, cause I'm more than just the place I'm from. Taking control of my destiny is number one. I'm on a space trip to another side. Guerrilla tactics, actions louder than flows, which is the fraction.
Now, we're here, and we lose control of this arm. As soon as we lose control, we grab this underhook here. All right, we grab this underhook, and we're looking for the 5-0 sweep. I have the underhook, and I want control here. And at first, he might put on the whizzer. He puts on the whizzer here. And if he has the whizzer, that's fine. He can either have a whizzer in, or he can headlock me. Either way. Either way. And we got answers for both. He has the whizzer in. Anytime I'm in this position, the goal is to...
Chemtrails are a key element in the whole thing because they're obviously a way of putting a highly reflective material into the atmosphere.
With cloud seeding, the cooling will be achieved by making clouds reflect a bit more sunlight back to space than they would otherwise, and less sunlight reaching the surface would tend to cool the planet.
So let's say we were doing geoengineering because we wanted to make the weather a little bit better.
So we just saw a clip of the documentary What in the World Are They Spraying by director Michael Murphy, and it's something that I've been getting into a lot. A lot of my friends, when I bring stuff off like weather modification and geoengineering and the word that most people know it as chemtrails, they want to put a tin hat on my head. But I hear you on all the podcasts. You were like the first guy to start bringing this up, and you've seen the documentary. It's basically about you know, there are theories as to how much they're doing this, but we know that they are doing this. They're trying to modify weather. They're trying to seed clouds by putting things like silver iodide, basalt, and other chemicals up in the sky. Now, some people are like, no, that's not happening, but then you see planes literally putting a whole trail that spans from one horizon to the other, so that the entire staff rolls their eyes whenever I bring this up, so I want you, back me up. What is going on?
Personally, this stuff...
You saw the documentary,
This stuff
right?
freaks me out. I mean, it's just like... Once you control the weather, you control our food supply. I mean, I don't know. A lot of the science just is mind-boggling to me because it gets really, really complex. But yeah, I'm really interested to hear what
And how'd you,
what your
you were
take
the first
is on
person that
all
started
of it.
bringing this up in like the general podcast stuff. How'd you get turned on to this stuff? I know you're a big conspiracy theorist. That's one of your other things.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly how I first heard of chemtrails, but at first, like everyone else, when I first heard about it, I thought, you know, someone said, look what they're spraying in the sky. They're making these clouds, and I thought, isn't that just vapor?
Yeah,
vapor
isn't that just
coming?
the regular?
Yeah, and that's what I thought.
That's
and
what I thought
these
it was.
I thought people were crazy.
What do your fans think about that? I mean, you know, you're putting your music out there and you're known as a jiu-jitsu expert. When you start to talk about these things that, as you said, like many people just think is just some crazy conspiracy theories. I mean, how do people react to that? How do they respond to you when you talk about those things?
I don't know what it is. There's something inside of me that compels me just to tell as many people what I know, and I'm a human being. We're all living on this planet. I have a son. I want to be wrong about the stuff they're spraying in the sky. I wish it was all benign, all the stuff that they're spraying. I wish that the chemicals that they're finding in these tests, I wish those were hoaxes. I have a son. I don't want this to be real. The sky, what are you doing?
Streaks like that going across. Well, you know what? We're going to be right back with a goodbye and a little bit more of Eddie Bravo.
portraits. Like that's good as well. Yeah, like that's good. Some smiley faces too. So, we don't want any glamour poses though. No, give me the mean look. That's nice. Cool. Well, legs slightly apart, leaning forward.
Like this?
Hands together.
Like this? Like this?
Yeah. Exactly like that.
And get it together, cocksucker.
Nice head. Yeah, kind of like that, you know.
What's going on here?
That's good.
It's Joey.
The goose attitude.
Do I have to smack you?
Yeah.
But you sure can't hide.
Where you going, you're not coming back from.
So now here's where it gets complicated. The moves are simple, but the thought process. You gotta understand what's going on and who's got the advantage in what position. There's only a couple things he can do. He could put the whizzer in, or he could headlock you. That's all he really can do. Or he could just force you right back into regular lockdown game. Because right now we're playing reverse lockdown, right? If he's a lot stronger than you and your lockdown is not that developed, he could force you back and turn you back in, which is fine. That's where most of the game comes from anyways. This is just a whole different angle that he's got to worry about. Whole different dimension of sweeps and and finishes, including the 5-0 sweep and that sundog at the end, right? So now, let's say we can't get his wrist behind his back. That's not always going to work. Even with that lockdown in the pool, nothing's 100%. All right? If you want to go to that, soon as the double Heisman fails, you want to hit that underhook and you want to tie up that hand immediately. There's no delay. It would be best if I can I got a cramp, I'm sorry. My legs. I can't. Hold on. Edit that out, please. My calf. My quad and my calf. Okay, I'm good. It's back. You guys got it? Erase that from your memory. It's not. Okay, let's go. Yep, my quad, my calf.
You know when you go...
Are we too close?
Yes.
Yo, Matt. Hey. I got this. Stand back.
Before we leave today, you know, Gabriela was kind of playing, you know, Patsy. She kind of, you know, I think she's a little shark. She actually knows how to do jiu-jitsu. She was actually trained by Henry Gracie on how to do the perfect chokehold. Now, you being, you know, an avant-garde jiu-jitsu artist, can you see if she does a chokehold right? Can we see if she can?
I just want to brush up on my moves.
Okay, so let's pretend Eddie's being crazy.
Take my heels off for this.
I'm at a club and I'm making moves on you. I'm trying to get your number.
Okay.
Like, what's up? What's up? I don't see your boyfriend.
All right. Well, how about I put you in a chokehold and then...
Don't make out with me. Just go over like that.
That's it. Okay, I do remember.
Now squeeze, Gab. There you go. Tap out.
was perfect. Perfect.
All right, guys, well, we're out of time, but we want to thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And make sure to check us out on LatinNation.tv and like us on Facebook at facebook.com/LatinNation, only one N in the middle, and learn more about the power of your voice.
Until next time.